Welcome back to TechnoSurgeon YouTube channel. So we know that Microsoft announced that Windows 10 would be the last Windows, and then Windows 11 came out, and after the AI boom, we know like Windows 12 is coming, but now the spokesperson from Acer and also from Belly emphasized that the AI PCs may come out next summer and the Quanta will be the first to invest. And we already know like AMD has invested in their Ryzen AI and stuff. And according to them, Microsoft Windows 12 will be launched in June of 2024. So indeed, it's coming pretty soon. It's coming in basically summer of next year, which is sooner than expected, I can say, because Windows 11 came just 3 years back in 2021. So yeah, it's pretty nice to see, but yeah, let's hope Windows 12 is the last one. Next up, Quasar Zone was able to configure and a Radeon AMD's graphics along with it NVIDIA's, like they basically use NVIDIA's DLSS frame generation along with its AMD's fluid motion video, which is just interpolates and puts a frame so that it feels smooth. And they were able to get upwards of 291 times, like 3 times the performance basically when compared to every other game. Like in some game in 1% low they fell behind, but in some scenarios they got upwards of 3 times the performance, as you can see on the screen here. But yeah, it's not recommended to do it because the driver issues and the stability is pretty bad. And yeah, it's pretty bad, but yeah, it just shows what configuring two GPUs at the same time is capable of. And yeah, it's the future we are heading towards. Speaking of which, NVIDIA's new RTX 4090D is going to be coming sooner, as it has been leaked by maker-sized GPUs and stuff. And D stands for Dragon. So it's RTX 4090 Dragon, and it is only available in China because of the import restriction for the compute power it holds. And according to maker-sized GPU, it is based on AD 102, not 250, and it's not based on 301 or 30. So it will have less cores and suggests that it has a different CUDA core specification. And indeed, it's nice that RTX 4090D is there going there, but since the compute performance is slow and it is available at the same price point, we don't know how Nvidia will justify the pricing because it feels weird. But yeah, this just shows that RTX 4090D Dragon is official. And lastly for today, AMD has finally done it. Like we already know, like the MCM architecture is the future of GPUs, and AMD's RX 7900 XT was 7900 XT X was technically the first MCM GPU, but it was not truly MCM because it had only a single GCD and multiple MCDs. But AMD has finally done it, and they had finally figured out that how to have different compute dies for graphics. And MCM is the future because when a monolithic dice goes above a specific point, there might be bugs, there might be issues, and then you have to throw the entire die. So MCM is the future, and AMD's pattern shows it that they were able to figure out how graphics should work seamlessly because the computation for the graphics requires a high power bandwidth of interconnect. It should be spontaneous so that there is no frame loss. But according to the pattern here, according to AMD, which is published on November 23rd, it's called distributed geometry, where it basically distributes the geometry over different graphical models, and it works in parallel on multiple chipset. And yeah, it looks pretty nice. And overall, yeah, AMD is doing pretty good, and it just shows how the graphical engine and the shader engine will able to work parallelly and destroy basically destroy compute it at the same time, and how different chiplets will communicate with one another. And this is essentially what the concept is behind in Ryzen, because in Ryzen also there is an interconnect which works between different compute nodes, different cores and stuff like that. But this just shows that AMD has finally figured it out. And yeah, if NVIDIA doesn't catch up with their own MCM GPUs, then AMD might be able to put NVIDIA in the dust with their new maybe 9000 series or maybe 8000. No, in the 9000 series, because in 8000 there is no high end part coming. So in the 9000 there will be a MCM GPU which will be more powerful than 7900 XT or XTX. if NVIDIA doesn't compete or doesn't come close to the MCM architecture, which is the future. But yeah, that's it from me today. What do you think about all of the news? Sound of your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll meet you in the next one. Peace out.